Let's look at preparing for year-end and finalising your 2024 payroll. Before completing your final pay period of 2024, you should process any current year leavers. This means any leavers with the current tax year leave date should have received their final pay and be processed as a leaver in Sage Payroll. You can mark an employee as a leaver in the Employee tab. Leaver information will be sent to ROS when you process their final pay and send your payroll submission. We have now completed 2024 leavers. Let's move on to extra pay periods. If you run a weekly, fortnightly, or 4-weekly payroll, you may have an extra pay period, also known as a week 53. You have an extra pay period if your regular pay date falls on Monday the 30th of December or Tuesday the 31st of December 2024. You should not create an extra pay period if your usual pay isn't the 30th or the 31st. Simply process your payroll as normal, continuing with your usual pay date. We have now completed extra pay periods. Let's move on to advancing holiday pay over year-end. As year-end falls over Christmas and New Year, it's likely that you'll have employees on holiday at this time. Whether you can use the advanced pay option or not will depend on when the holiday dates fall. You can use the advanced pay option if the advanced pay period covers any weeks up to and including week 52. For example, you are processing week 51 and advancing week 52. If you have a week 53, this should be processed separately and should not be included in an advanced holiday payment. You can't advance holiday pay over 2 tax years. For example, you can't process week 52 and advance the pay for week 1. However, if your employees are on holiday over this period and you'd like to pay them early, you can pay each holiday week separately without using the advance pay feature. If you choose to do this and you use PayPath or SEPA payment files, a payment file will be created for each week you've processed separately. Now you have learned about advancing holiday pay over year-end, we'll move on to processing your final pay run of the year. Before running your year-end, process your final pay of the tax year and submit this to ROS as usual. In Sage Payroll, you can check which pay runs have been completed in the Pay Runs tab. The most recent will appear at the top, and this should be the final pay run of the year. You can also check your next pay run in the Summary tab. Once you have completed all pay runs for 2024, we recommend running and reconciling your reports. First, we'd recommend running the ROS liability report, which shows a breakdown of liabilities to ROS for each reporting period. The report will run monthly or quarterly, depending on your ROS payment frequency. To run this report, click Pay Runs, then click on any pay run within the reporting tax month or quarter, and you'll see the liability report here. This can be reconciled against what you have paid to revenue. You can also reconcile this against the Liability Totals report, which is accessible via the reporting menu. This report will show the values for each individual pay period, whereas the ROS Liability report shows you a cumulative value for the month or quarter. We have now completed the payroll year-end preparation checklist.